Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the Deep Impact Podcast. I'm your host, Bo Walker, and I'm joined by Mr. Jason Cephas and Mr. Mark Carson.
What up?
So tonight we're just going to get on here and we're just going to talk a little bit about our past weekend. As you can see, we're repping some merch. I am, Mark is, Jason, you got your shirt on there. Repping some merch from the Josh Merriman Foundation. All right, got our mug this year. It's annual golf outing they have up at Steubenville Country Club, and you guys want to explain it a little bit more? You know more about it. I'm just there to play terrible at golf. Like, Mark, I want to apologize directly to you for how I played this week, this Saturday. It was bad.
I mean, I just have to say, for the first like 6 holes, you only used my shots, which is really bad.
Yeah, but yeah. So you guys want to talk about the foundation and everything?
Josh Merriman Foundation started a few years ago in honor of obviously Josh Merriman, who is Jason's cousin, also my wife's cousin. He was a hockey player. He went to John Marshall, was also a hockey player at Robert Morris University. Really good hockey player, wonderful guy, loved to golf, loved to gamble. Obviously, you can see by the logo, it's a poker chip. His number was 5. Obviously, his initials JM. Unfortunately, he did take his own life several years ago due to a lot of CTE issues. So the foundation really does a lot of really good work, not only in the immediate Jefferson County area, but really in the surrounding areas as well. Being that advocate for mental health issues of any kind, especially athletes that have unfortunately succumbed to some CTE issues, not necessarily taking their own lives, but just in general dealing with the long-term issues associated with CTE. Bobby and Colleen have done some amazing things so far in just a few short years that they've been doing this. The golf scramble is always a huge hit. It's 2 groups, one in the morning and one in the afternoon, and each group has 2 foursomes on every hole. So it's obviously, you get 18 foursomes going out for Group A and for Group B. Both in the morning and the evening. So lots of golfers, steak dinner afterwards, Chinese auction raffles, live auction, all kinds of really good stuff. And speaking with Colleen at this year's golf scramble, they have some really cool plans this year to do some really cool things with some local sports teams. Obviously not going to spoil anything in case anything doesn't come to fruition, but they're just, again, doing really great stuff. And I think all of us here are obviously big advocates for mental health, and as the back of Bo's shirt and Jason's shirt says, it's okay not to be okay. So something it's a big part of my life has always been mental health issues. I think we all could have a story. James also, I know, could have a story of our own mental health struggles. This isn't a bring you down kind of episode, but again, if you know anyone that needs any kind of help, reach out to the Josh Merriman Foundation. We're going to post the suicide awareness hotline, which is a much easier phone number now than it used to be. I think it's only 3 digits as opposed to a 1-800 number. Mm-hmm. The organization's always a good time. It's always a good time. Always gives away some really cool things.
Yep.
The Secret Service.
Yeah. So the Secret Service stuff, it was for one of the Chinese auction gifts, and it was my last ticket I had. I was like, all right, I put my tickets and everything I wanted. I was like, I just need to put a ticket in something. So I threw it in the Secret Service basket. That's the one that I won. So now I have a bunch of Secret Service swag. So if you see me walking around with a lapel pin on and a Secret Service hat, I am not with the actual Secret Service. But they kind of did give Mark and I an idea for our Halloween costumes this year, and we are going to use it. So thank you for that. Not to spoil that, but it's going to be good. Keep an eye out for that. But so we want to actually get in and
that'll be fun.
Describe
Jason. I don't know if you wanted to elaborate at all about Josh or anything. I know obviously him being your cousin, you know him a little.
Yeah. So, I mean, basically, pretty much what Mark said. I mean, what the foundation has done in a relatively short amount of time. I mean, this past Saturday was only the 5th year that they've been doing the golf scramble, and I mean, it just keeps getting bigger and bigger every year. It's just amazing, amazing to see what can happen from just the spark of an idea, and that something so good can come from something as terrible as the spark of the foundation. You know, it was a really tough night when we got that news. It's still hard to believe, but 988 is the suicide lifeline. 988. And in this video on the YouTube side of things, and I'll link it again on the Facebook page, the links to the foundation's Facebook page as well as their website. So if you could go check it out, and because again, it's something that it doesn't get talked about enough. Men's mental health. You know, you're taught from a young age, shove everything down and don't say anything. But that's shouldn't be the case. You know, like I said, like Mark said, we all have stories, and we could sit on here for hours talking about those stories. And again, like Mark said, this isn't a bring you down episode. You know, we like to keep things light on here and joke around and have a good time, but something serious like this, I mean, and especially when it hits home for you, it takes on a different meaning. So, but yeah, 988, that is the suicide lifeline. If you need help, do not hesitate. Call it. Call that. Call somebody and just talk. Like the shirts say, it's okay to not be okay.
Yep.
You're not weak. You're as strong as ever when you speak up about it. So that's pretty much all I got.
Very well spoken. That was I don't think you could have said that any better. So I mean, like, from my side of things, I didn't know Josh, but I can see everything that the foundation's doing and everything like that, and it's, you know, it's fantastic. You know, I mean, this is only my 2nd year that I've been involved with it, and by involved, I mean I've golfed in the scramble. But that's one. It's, you know, everything goes towards a good cause with this event. You know, and it's. I don't want to say like I'm stingy with my money, because like I don't, you know, like I like to spend money. You know, this is the one time of the year where I'm like, fuck it. You know, everything's going towards a good cause. You know, let's go have fun. And I think I speak for Mark and I, at least out on the golf course, that is exactly what we did, even though our scorecard does not represent it. Okay.
There was no damage done.
There was not.
Oh, before we go on, hey, Bo, what are you drinking?
Oh, I am drinking the exact same drink that I had at the golf scramble, out of my 40-ounce flask: Crown Apple and cranberry juice.
As we did state earlier, I'm feeling a little under the weather, just a little bit of sore throat. So I did have my shot of NyQuil, and I'm also drinking a little bit of Pedialyte on the rocks.
Pedialyte on the rocks.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's move on to the light side of this event. The golf scramble itself. I probably should have drank some Pedialyte after the golf scramble myself.
rough going,
dude. It was a rough day. Like, Sunday, I got up and I had to go to work for about 30 minutes, and then I drove an hour and a half to Canton, and there were 8 lanes on that 4-lane highway.
Probably shouldn't have drove a car then.
No, I'm kidding. It wasn't that bad. I mean, I was feeling rough. Like I had to power through the Pro Football Hall of Fame, but it was a rough day. That night, thank God my wife came and picked me up. How did you guys get home? Did Amanda drive you guys home?
Yeah, man, it drove me home.
Good. I am very glad you made it home safely. Um, we almost didn't make it to our 18th hole safely, but so long story short, there was a hill and a little bit of a bump and no brakes. We're just gonna leave it at that. We're just gonna leave it at that. But there was it's very awesome. I love golfing in it. I can't wait for next year. I'm gonna go a little bit lighter on the adult beverage next year, because I want to improve my score.
So we get to the shot hole.
Yeah, until we get to the shot hole or the cart girl comes around again.
Then it's all downhill.
It's all downhill. Yeah. Listen, if we start on the shot hole next year,
We're winning.
yeah, absolutely.
Fun.
We'll have one bad hole and we'll finish 18 under par.
We do all right.
We can do it, you know. But they also had some really cool stuff that they're raffling off for this. I know. I mean, every year they have our alma mater, Buckeye Local, always has a basket. Which, Mark, you broke your streak. This is the first time you haven't won it, buddy.
I know. I don't know if the DeCenzos, usually the DeCenzos donate that, or at least I know they had before.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm just going to pawn it off as that the DeCenzo family didn't donate that this year. If they did, obviously, thank you for your donation, but I'm going to assume they didn't since I didn't win.
But they also, I mean, they had some really cool, they had a bunch of Pirates gear, Penguins gear, season tickets for the Pittsburgh Steelers, all the home games. That was part of the live auction. I thought they did
tickets.
What was it? Penguins tickets? Yep, I forgot about
Penguins tickets, Pittsburgh Zoo tickets,
that.
Washington Wild Things tickets.
Yep. What was they had hockey sticks.
Akron Rubber Ducks.
Yep, the
Yeah,
Akron Rubber
yeah.
Ducks.
Yeah. So
They had
a couple Christmas baskets that people made, and
yep.
every year my mom makes some sort of lottery ticket
Mhm.
monster that always does well. This year was a wreath, and years past it's been a broom, it's been a rake. So this year she decided to go with a wreath, which was very much appreciated because it was a lot easier hauling that around than it was a rake. So
I was gonna say that seems pretty tame compared to the years past.
But yeah, I mean, there's always a lot of stuff that's
Yeah.
donated and made, and
Did Mark go to get what he won this year?
No.
Oh, are you?
no. So
you going to?
Do you want me to?
So to clarify
Good.
for everyone watching at home, the reason why me and Mark keep switching cameras, when he talks, I turn mine off, and when I talk, he turns his off. It's because the internet in our house is not good. So that's the reason why. But yeah, so if anyone was curious, wondering, whatever, I don't know
Yeah.
if you are or not, but that's the reason why.
Mark, you want to go grab the stuff that you won to show him, so we can talk a little bit about how hockey, how it was related to Josh and stuff like that. Would you care to elaborate?
This is a game used Tristan Jarry goalie stick. I also have a pair of game worn, game used Brian Dumoulin hockey gloves. So that was my purchases this year.
Very nice. And then they were able to get. They also had Malkin stick, Letang, and
Gensel.
Gensel. Yep.
So
yeah.
So how they got all that? So one of Josh's former hockey coaches is actually now the assistant equipment manager with the Penguins. So he was able to bring all that stuff this year. To go along with the Dumoulin gloves, there was a pair of Malkin gloves, game used. So it's like I said, it's a big event, and to see it grow in such a relatively short amount of time, I mean, it's crazy, and it's
awesome.
It's awesome to see the support, and I mean, just what they're doing, what they continue to do with scholarships and all across the valley. It's awesome. I mean, there's nothing more really to say other than it's freaking awesome.
Yep. I mean, I've golfed in a couple scrambles, and this is by far the best one that I've golfed in. It you know, best cause, best time that I've had, you know, to scramble. It's just an all around great atmosphere, great environment. On the golf side of things, that the course is awesome. It's a great course. I mean, it's like putting on freaking concrete, but other than that, it's a great course. The greens are lightning fast. We missed quite a few very short putts because of it. But I mean, it's a great time. If anybody, I don't know how they would, if anybody wants to get involved, I would assume you'd reach out to the Josh Merriman Foundation. But yeah, it's just a great time, great event.
Always looking for volunteers.
Absolutely. Yep.
And also, so in case you guys saw our post on Facebook after, do you two care to elaborate on your wonderful outfit?
Let me start this. So last year, Mark said, "Hey, do you want to golf in this golf scramble with me? You know, I got a spot for you." I said, "Yeah, sure." And it was about a couple weeks before, and he goes, "What are we wearing?" Or I said, "What are we wearing? Like khakis and a polo? What?" And he goes, "Nah, I got this." He said, "We're wearing these." And he sent me a picture from Amazon, and it's a banana outfit. Like, it's top and bottom shorts match, bucket hat. It's green. Don't you deny this. Hold on. Let me say my side first before you argue. I saw you turn your camera on, and I knew you. Listen, you turned your camera on, and I'm just used to it. All right. So just sit there and drink Pedialyte. Sorry, Pedialyte. It's green with yellow bananas all over it. Whatever. We walk in, everyone loves it. All right. Best dressed award. You know, I'm still waiting on my trophy. All right. This year, how are we going to top it, Bo? I was like, I don't know. Literally a week before the scramble, we ordered these things online, and same company, same thing. Shorts, shirt, hat match. They were blue with green like leaves and stuff, pink flamingos, bright, obnoxious, can't miss us. Well, we had to step it up. We upped the ante just a little bit from last year. We brought props. Mark, you're still muted. We brought
It's my first day on the podcast. I'm sorry.
We had flamingo cups that we were drinking out of.
I don't have them with me right now.
I don't either. I left mine in your van. But I just want to say that 2 years in a row, best dressed award. Like, it's to the point
where Foundation hooked me up with like a sleeve of balls or something.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, we walked in. When we arrived at the venue, we had our flamingo cups. We're walking in, and the photographer that they have that takes pictures of the entire event says, "Oh, hey, you're the banana guys." He knew us. They knew who we were when we walked in.
We couldn't even walk in to the event.
No, we had our own little freaking photo shoot.
I was like, I just want to walk in. I just want to
photo shoot before we even paid, dude.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of felt like a celebrity for.
Oh, I mean, absolutely. Everyone knew who we were everywhere we went. It was great.
Yeah.
But you know what the sad thing about this is, Mark?
We got to do it again.
We got to up the ante. We got to up it.
We do.
You know what I was honestly?
I don't know how we're gonna do it.
You know what I was honestly thinking when I was driving to your house? We should have had like flamingo pool floaties.
Sounds like next year.
All right. I guess we do you think we can get the other two on board with that?
No. I do not think Scott will be wearing a flamingo floaty.
No. I mean, he did wear a Browns jersey, so it's just as bad. But
no, Browns polo.
Browns polo, sorry. But yeah, so we got to up the ante last year. If you haven't seen the absolute amount of obnoxiousness that Mark and I were on Saturday, please go check out our Facebook page.
We're on post it.
We already did.
No, we'll post it again.
Okay, well, yeah, we'll share it. Go check it out though. It's definitely you'll get a nice little chuckle.
You will.
We also had
A
4.
picture that's so nice you could hang it in the Louvre.
Jason, I don't know about that. But I will say that we did only have 4 holes left at that point. So if you you can tell.
and also I do have video of quite possibly 2 of the worst shots you will ever see.
Where? You didn't follow us out to our first tee. You didn't follow us out to number 5. My ball didn't make it
He
past.
recorded us on number 1.
I don't remember hole 1.
Well, you will when you watch this. You almost killed Scott.
You almost hit Scott.
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Scott was standing behind me.
No, he wasn't.
No, I was standing behind you.
All right, guys. I think it's time to end the podcast.
Because halfway through the video, you can see your ball rolling back past you because Scott kicked it towards you.
Did I hit a second drive?
No.
Guys, I'm a decent golfer.
Not
till you see the video.
on that day.
Not during the Josh Merriman Foundation Golf Scramble.
It's true.
I mean, usually I'm hitting, mid 80s. I would not have, if it wasn't for the you hit par, that's the highest you can get. I would have shot terrible. So I think I'm gonna end the podcast on how shitty I golfed. I don't know about you guys. We used Mark's balls more than anything else. So let's just let him be proud of that for a hot minute.
I am.
Yep, should be. He played decent. So did anybody?
All right, guys. Well, I think that.
I was going to say, any last parting words about the foundation before we wrap it up?
Nope. I was just gonna say, much like we said earlier, it's okay not to be okay. And if you or someone else we're gonna post the foundation's website and Facebook. We're also gonna post suicide prevention hotline. I think you all have our messengers from Facebook. I know any of us would be willing to talk with you as well. We'd much rather talk to somebody for 4 hours at 2:00 in the morning than attend one of our friends' funerals. At least I know I would.
Absolutely, 100%.
Yep.
Go like the Facebook page. Look for this on Anchor, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Watch the YouTube video. Make sure you hit the bell and subscribe. Pating. Nope, still pating.
Fair enough. I tried. I tried to sing with a glass.
You did. Go check out the Facebook page. Make sure you go like and go comment on the picture of how Mark and I can top ourselves for next year. Give us some ideas because we need help. But we'll see you guys same time, same place next week. Keep an eye out for the draft. We will be doing a draft next week. I'm going to spoil and tell you what it is. We're going to do best sports traditions. Yes.
Yeah. Best
So,
traditions.
especially with football seasons knocking at the door. We're gonna delve into some of that. So I'm gonna go get something to eat, and we'll see you guys same time, same place next week.
Bye.
Au revoir.